My sister told everyone at work I was sleeping with my boss, then tried to tell my fiancé I was cheating, so I did this at her baby shower. Now she came begging for a second chance, using a throwaway for obvious reasons. My sister follows my main account, and this whole situation is already a mess. So I, female 29, have been working at this marketing company for almost 4 years now, after getting my MBA. I didn't originally want to work at the same company as my sister Jackie, female 32, who's in HR. We've always had this weird competitive thing going on since we were kids. But jobs were really scarce during that mini recession 3 years ago, and honestly, I was desperate after 6 months of failed applications. The opportunity was too good to pass up despite my reservations about working with family. About a year and a half ago, I gave this presentation that really impressed my boss Jim, male, 45, and he took me under his wing after that. He's been mentoring me and giving me more responsibilities and including me in big client meetings. I've been putting in insane hours this past year to prove myself. Like sometimes I'd be at the office until 10 p.m. working on campaigns and proposals. My boyfriend Kevin was pretty understanding, but it definitely put some strain on us for a while. All that hard work finally paid off when I got promoted to senior marketing strategist last month, which comes with a really nice salary bump too. And then the same week, Kevin, male, 30, proposed. We've been together for 3 years after meeting at our mutual friend's housewarming party, where we spent hours arguing about TV shows. He has terrible taste, but I love him anyway, lol. So basically, it was the happiest week of my life. Dream job and dream guy, all at once. But then things started getting weird. About 2 months ago, I started noticing people at work acting different around me. Like conversations would stop when I walked into the break room. People who normally invited me to lunch suddenly had other plans. I got these strange looks in meetings. Someone made a comment about whatever works to get ahead after I presented a new campaign idea. It was all just off. But I tried to ignore it because I hate workplace problems and figured it would blow over. Finally, this coworker Leslie, female 27, who I'm friendly with, pulled me aside after a meeting and told me what people were saying. Apparently, there's been this rumor going around that I slept with Jim to get my promotion. I was shocked. Jim is married with teenage kids who sometimes visit the office, and our relationship has never been anything but professional. I've never even been alone with him outside of normal work situations, like grabbing coffee to discuss projects or lunch meetings, which were always with other team members present. I was so upset I could barely function the rest of the day. I know I shouldn't care what people think, but my professional reputation means everything to me. I worked so hard for this promotion, and to have people think I didn't earn it makes me sick. Leslie mentioned she'd heard it from multiple people, but they all seemed to trace back to the same source. My sister Jackie. I honestly thought Leslie was mistaken at first. I mean, Jackie and I aren't super close or anything. There's always been some weird competitive tension between us, but spreading mean rumors about your own sister, that's next level toxic. But I discreetly asked around, and yep, multiple people confirmed Jackie had been the main one pushing this narrative. I was devastated, but decided to confront her directly. I texted her asking if we could meet for coffee after work. She showed up like 20 minutes late, complaining about pregnancy fatigue. She's 6 months pregnant and makes sure nobody ever forgets it for a second. I asked her directly if she'd been telling people I slept with Jim to get my promotion. She acted offended at first and denied it. When I said multiple people told me she was the source, she changed her tune and claimed it was just office gossip. Everyone was already talking about. I showed her texts from coworkers confirming she was the original source. She got defensive and said it seemed obvious to everyone since I was always staying late with him. When I asked why she would try to damage my reputation, she said I always get everything easily while she has to struggle. Then she stormed out saying stress wasn't good for her baby and that I was being selfish for not considering her condition. Since then, things have gotten even worse. Jim is clearly uncomfortable around me now. He's avoiding one-on-one meetings and keeping our interactions brief and strictly business. I can tell he's heard the rumors and is trying not to add fuel to the fire, but it's making it really hard to do my job effectively when my boss won't even talk to me normally. Then last week, Kevin called me, sounding really weird, and asked if we could meet right away, even though it was a work night, and I had a presentation to finish. When I got home, he showed me messages from Jackie claiming to have proof that I was having an affair with Jim. She sent him photos of me and Jim at business lunches, which were literally team lunches with like 5 other people just cropped out of the pictures, and screenshots of email timestamps showing I was emailing Jim late at night, which were part of group email chains about project deadlines. I couldn't even process it. My own sister was actively trying to destroy my relationship on top of ruining my professional reputation. I've never felt so betrayed in my life. I showed Kevin all my project timelines, the full email chains that included the whole team, and calendar invites proving everything was work-related. He seemed relieved, but admitted the accusations had gotten to him a bit since I have been working so much overtime lately. I'm just so hurt that my own sister would do this to me. I keep trying to understand why. Is she jealous of my promotion, my engagement, both? Has she always hated me and I just didn't realize how bad it was? I genuinely don't understand what I did to deserve this level of sabotage from my own family. And here's the thing that's really stressing me out right now. Her baby shower is this weekend at my parents' house. My mom has been calling me daily, insisting I have to go for family harmony and to support Jackie during this special time. My mom doesn't know about any of this because I didn't want to stress her out or put her in the middle, but I'm at my breaking point. I honestly don't know how I'm supposed to show up with a gift and a smile, like everything's fine when Jackie is actively trying to ruin my career and my relationship. I've thought about confronting her at the shower, but I know that's probably not the right time or place. But when is the right time? She refuses to talk to me one-on-one after our coffee shop confrontation. If I try to talk to her at work, she says she's too busy or not feeling well because of the baby. I know I'm not perfect. I can be overly competitive sometimes, and maybe I've been talking about my promotion and engagement too much. But spreading rumors that I slept my way to the top, trying to convince my fiancé I'm cheating, that's crossing a major line. The worst part is, I'm starting to see people at work looking at me differently. Like there's this seed of doubt that's been planted. Even though the rumors aren't true, they're affecting how people perceive me and my work. And now I'm worried about how this might impact my relationship with Kevin long term. He says he believes me, but I can tell this planted some doubts in his mind. I'm at a loss for what to do. Part of me wants to just skip the baby shower entirely, but I know that would cause a huge family problem that would probably make things even worse. Another part of me wants to confront Jackie in front of everyone so she can't twist my words later. But I also don't want to ruin her shower because regardless of what she's done, that's still my future niece or nephew. Edit. A lot of people are asking why I haven't gone to HR. Well, my sister works in HR, so yeah, not super confident I'd get an unbiased response there. Also, I have no actual proof she started the rumors besides what people have told me verbally. Edit 2. Some people are suggesting I talk to Jim directly about the situation. I tried that already. He basically said he knows the rumors aren't true, but thinks we should maintain appropriate professional distance until things blow over, which basically means I'm getting punished for rumors I didn't start. Now for the first update. So a lot has happened since my last post. Holy crap, it's only been 2 weeks, but feels like months. First, thank you to everyone who commented with advice and support. I honestly didn't expect so many responses, and it really helped knowing I wasn't overreacting. The work situation got even worse after I posted. 2 major projects that I should have been leading, since I literally helped develop the initial proposals, suddenly got reassigned to other team members. When I asked about it, my department head gave me some vague excuse about balancing the workload and giving others development opportunities. But it was pretty obvious what was happening. Then on Thursday, Jim, my boss, called me into his office and suggested I might want to consider transferring to another department to make things easier for everyone. This is the same guy who's been mentoring me for over a year, who knows how hard I worked for this promotion, and now he's basically saying I should leave. Not address the false rumors or support me, but suggesting I go somewhere else. I've always prided myself on my integrity. I even won an integrity award back in college, which probably sounds dumb, but it meant a lot to me. And having my reputation questioned like this has been devastating. And then there's Kevin. He's been saying all the right things, being supportive, telling me he believes me. But I caught him looking through my phone the other night while I was in the shower. I came out wrapped in a towel, and he was just sitting there scrolling through my texts. I completely lost it. I mean, if he's checking my phone, he obviously doesn't trust me, right? When I confronted him, he got really upset and apologized, saying he felt terrible, but that Jackie's accusations had gotten in his head, and he just wanted to reassure himself. I told him, if he doesn't trust me, then what's the point of getting married? He swore up and down that he does trust me, but I don't know. It really hurt to realize those rumors affected him that much. Just to be clear, there was nothing for him to find because nothing happened with my boss or anyone else. So with all that going on, I was really conflicted about this stupid baby shower. My mom called me literally every day that week begging me to come, saying family needs to stick together and I should be the bigger person. My friends were split. Half said I should skip it for my mental health. The other half thought I should go but just be civil and leave early. I honestly don't know exactly when I decided what I was going to do. I think it was after I found Kevin checking my phone. Something just snapped. I've always been an upfront person who addresses problems immediately. Okay, that's not entirely true since I did try to ignore the office gossip at first, hoping it would blow over. Lol. But I realized I needed to do something to stop this situation from getting even worse. So I spent a few days gathering evidence. Screenshots of messages where Jackie admitted to starting the rumors, the doctored photos she sent Kevin, emails from the promotion committee, even a recording of her telling a coworker I slept my way to the top. My friend Leslie helped me get that one. She was as disgusted by the rumors as I was. The shower was yesterday at my parents' house. Mom went all out with decorations and expensive catering. Jackie was absolutely loving the attention, wearing this tight dress that showed off her bump and accepting congratulations like a queen. Her husband Brady was super nice to me when I arrived, giving me a big hug and talking excitedly about becoming a dad. He seemed completely oblivious to any family tension, which made me wonder how much Jackie had told him about our situation. That actually made me feel kind of bad about what I was planning to do, but I reminded myself that this whole mess wasn't my fault. I played nice through most of the shower, made small talk with relatives, ate the food, participated in those awful baby shower games. Jackie mostly ignored me, which was fine by me. But then came the gift opening portion. Jackie called everyone to gather around in the living room while she opened gifts. She was being super theatrical about every single onesie and blanket. I waited at the back until she had opened most of the gifts. Then I stepped forward and asked if I could make a special toast to my sister. Jackie looked surprised but pleased, probably expecting some nice words. My mom looked so relieved, like her plan for family harmony was working. I walked over to the TV and connected my phone with the HDMI cable. My hands were shaking so bad I almost dropped my phone, but no one seemed to notice. I told everyone that before I gave my gift, I wanted to share something important. I could see Jackie's face change as she realized something was up. I showed the first screenshot, a message from Jackie to a coworker saying she was going to make sure everyone knew how I really got that promotion. There were actual gasps in the room. My aunt Melissa said, "Oh my God," really loudly. I went through everything. The texts to Kevin with the doctored photos, the recording of her telling a colleague I slept with Jim, the emails from the promotion committee showing I earned the position based on my performance. I even had an email from Jim to HR stating that our relationship has always been strictly professional. Jackie tried to interrupt several times, first saying I was twisting things and then yelling that I was ruining her special day. My mom tried to step in, but my dad actually stopped her. I kept my voice super calm the whole time. When I finished, I told her I brought 2 gifts, the baby swing I'd bought and the gift of truth. Then I walked out while Jackie burst into tears. I turned my phone off and just drove around for hours, not wanting to deal with the fallout immediately. When I finally turned it on this morning, there were dozens of messages and missed calls. Family members were split. Some were horrified at my inappropriate timing. Others were supportive, saying Jackie needed to be exposed. My mom called crying about how I'd ruined Jackie's special day and asking why I couldn't have handled it privately, which I tried to do multiple times. Surprisingly, my dad called separately and said that while my timing wasn't great, Jackie needed a reality check, and he was sorry he hadn't realized what was going on sooner. The most surprising call came from Brady late last night. He sounded upset and asked if everything I'd shown was real. I sent him copies of all the evidence. He thanked me and then revealed something I hadn't known. Apparently, Jackie has done similar things before with his female friends, making up stories to try to isolate him from them. He said it was part of a pattern he'd tried to ignore, but seeing it laid out so clearly at the shower made him realize how serious it was. As for work, Jim called me first thing Monday morning and apologized for suggesting I transfer. He said he'd personally addressed the rumors with the entire team and made it clear that my promotion was completely merit-based. A few colleagues have approached me to apologize for believing the gossip, though I can tell some damage to my reputation is still there. I've blocked Jackie on everything: phone, social media, email, everything. I'm focusing on wedding planning with Kevin, who has been extra supportive since the shower. Seeing me stand up for myself like that actually seemed to eliminate whatever doubts he had. I have mixed feelings about what I did. On one hand, I feel satisfied that I cleared my name and stopped the rumors from destroying my career and relationship. On the other hand, I've caused a huge family rift right before my niece-nephew is born. Jackie is due in about 3 months, and I honestly don't know what role, if any, I'll have in the baby's life. Was it wrong to confront her at the shower? Maybe. But after weeks of her refusing to talk to me privately, spreading lies, and actively trying to destroy the 2 most important things in my life, my career and my relationship, I don't know what other choice I had. Edit. To those asking if I regret my timing, I wish it hadn't come to this, but Jackie refused multiple attempts to discuss this privately. This wasn't my first choice. It was my last resort. Edit 2. Several people have asked if I'm worried about legal repercussions for recording Jackie without her knowledge. The recording was made in a one-party consent state, so it was completely legal, and I didn't distribute it widely, just showed it to family who were already involved in the situation. Now for the second update. So it's been about 3 months since the baby shower showdown. Holy crap, time flies, and a lot has happened. I honestly didn't think I'd be posting another update, but here we are. First, Jackie had the baby 2 weeks ago, a little boy named Oliver. 7 pounds, 2 ounces, supposedly looks like Brady, but honestly all newborns kind of look like angry potatoes to me. And no, I haven't gone to see him yet, which is causing major issues with my family. More on that later. Work has actually been pretty good lately. Jim has been extra supportive since everything went down, and I got put back on those big projects that were taken away from me. Most people have stopped whispering when I walk into the break room, though there are still a few who give me looks, like there's no smoke without fire or whatever. But whatever, I'm not going to obsess over what people think anymore. My work speaks for itself. Kevin and I have been super focused on wedding planning. We finally locked down a venue for next spring. It's a converted barn about an hour outside the city. My grandma would have loved it. She passed away last year, which still makes me tear up thinking about it. Anyway, Kevin and I are in a really good place now. That whole phone checking incident actually led to some really good conversations about trust and communication. He admits he was being a total idiot and has been working hard to prove he trusts me, and I've been trying to be more open about sharing stuff with him instead of just handling everything myself like I usually do. So about Jackie, I literally hadn't spoken to her at all since the baby shower. Not a text, not a phone call, nothing. My parents, especially my mom, have been pushing hard for reconciliation. Mom calls me almost daily with baby updates and not so subtle hints like, family is all we have in the end, and Oliver deserves to know his aunt, and life is too short to hold grudges. Dad has been more respectful of my boundaries but still brings it up every time we talk. Then yesterday, I got an email from Jackie. I literally froze when I saw her name in my inbox. I almost deleted it without reading, but curiosity got the better of me. It was a lot, like really long and super emotional. She apologized for spreading the rumors and trying to destroy my relationship with Kevin. Said she's always been jealous of my accomplishments and how easily things seem to come to me, which is BS because I work my ass off, but whatever. She claimed she was suffering from undiagnosed prenatal depression during her pregnancy, which apparently made her act crazy and irrational. She wrote that becoming a mother has given her a whole new perspective on what actually matters in life. That the moment she held Oliver for the first time, she realized how petty and destructive her behavior had been. She said she couldn't bear the thought of Oliver and his future cousins, I'm not even married yet. Slow down. Never knowing each other because of what she did. There was also this whole part about how she doesn't want our parents to have to choose between daughters for holidays and family gatherings, which honestly felt manipulative, like she's trying to use family guilt to get back in my good graces. Or maybe she's worried about not being included in the wedding. I don't know. I read the email like 5 times, trying to figure out if it's genuine or if she wants something from me. Jackie has never admitted she was wrong about anything in her entire life. When we were kids, she once insisted for 3 years that she didn't break my favorite necklace, even though I literally watched her do it. So this whole "I've seen the light" routine seems suspicious. And I'm just supposed to forget how she almost ruined my career and my relationship because she had a baby and suddenly feels bad. Like, what? Brady also reached out separately. He texted that Jackie's remorse is completely genuine and that motherhood has really changed her. He said she's been crying over family photos and that she started therapy to deal with her jealousy issues. He basically begged me to give her another chance and said that the Jackie who did those awful things isn't the same person anymore. Kevin has been super supportive, saying he'll back whatever decision I make. But he did point out that sometimes people do change when they have the right motivation, and becoming a parent can be that motivation for some people. I've honestly been so conflicted about all this. On one hand, I believe in second chances when people show real change. But on the other hand, what Jackie did was so deliberate and calculated. It wasn't a one-time mistake. She spent weeks trying to systematically destroy everything important to me. That's not something you just forgive because someone had a baby. And I'm scared that if I let her back in, she'll just find some new way to hurt me. But I also know that keeping this estrangement going affects not just my relationship with Jackie, but with my nephew and the rest of the family. After thinking about it for a couple days, I finally agreed to go see her and meet Oliver. I was so nervous, I felt sick the whole drive over. I brought a small gift for Oliver, this cute little stuffed elephant, but nothing for Jackie because I didn't want to seem too eager to make amends. Brady answered the door and looked super relieved to see me. He gave me this awkward side hug and thanked me like 5 times for coming. Jackie was in the living room holding Oliver. She looked really tired, like she hadn't slept in days, which fair, she probably hadn't. I kept my distance at first, focusing on the baby instead of her. Oliver is honestly pretty cute for a newborn. He was bundled up in this blue blanket my mom made. Jackie asked if I wanted to hold him. I hesitated, but then said yes. And I know this sounds super cliche, but the moment I held him, I felt this weird connection. Not like a magical all is forgiven moment or anything, but definitely this sense that I didn't want to be absent from his life, even if things with Jackie remained complicated. While I was holding Oliver, Jackie started crying. She apologized again for her behavior and said that having Oliver made her realize how stupid and petty the competition between us had been. I acknowledged her apology, but didn't immediately jump to forgiveness. I told her I was still hurt and angry about what she did, and that trust once broken isn't easily rebuilt. She revealed that she's been seeing a therapist twice weekly since the shower incident. She even showed me this journal her therapist suggested she keep about her jealousy triggers and how to handle them better. I've never seen Jackie be this vulnerable or humble before. It was honestly a little shocking. I told her that if we were going to try to rebuild any kind of relationship, I needed very clear boundaries, that any sign of the old behavior, the rumors, the manipulation, the undermining, would mean permanent no contact. She agreed without argument, which was another surprise. We talked for about an hour while I held Oliver. I told her I'd invite her and Brady to the wedding, but that she wouldn't be a bridesmaid like we'd originally planned before all this happened. She said she completely understood and was just grateful to be included at all. So, that's where things stand now. I'm hopeful, but still very careful. I don't think our relationship will ever be the same as before, and I'm not sure it should be, but I'm willing to see if this change in her is real and lasting. Sometimes I still wonder if what I did at the baby shower was too harsh, but honestly, after multiple attempts to address things privately, I don't know what else I could have done to stop the damage she was causing. I think she needed that public wake-up call, as uncomfortable as it was. I still deal with some whispers at work from people who believe there's no smoke without fire. The damage to my reputation sticks around even after you've been proven innocent, which sucks, but is just reality, I guess. So, am I making the right decision, giving Jackie another chance? How do I maintain appropriate boundaries while attempting reconciliation? Has anyone else been through something similar with a sibling who's hurt you deeply? I'm still not 100% sure people can truly change, but I guess I'm willing to find out.